studio. That is Honorable Tobias Samba. He is the former MCA Tudor.
Yes.
Tudor ward.
That's your tune.
I was about to say former MCA Tudor ward. And we're going to look at stories that made headlines across the week. Before that,
Okay, wale ambao kwamba wanatufuatilia, kuna Henry Amani hapa, kuna Juma Jeffa anasema anatupata kutoka Mission White House, kutoka Junda pale, lakini Martin Katana Lokta akiwa Likoni Maweni pale amerauka kujenga taifa. Alafu kuna Kajawili Chris anasema good morning. Kilifi Mtondia pale anasema tuko pamoja. Liza Lisa pale. Bazengo Sido anasema twenzetu. George Kalama pamoja akiwa maeneo ya Adu, timu pamoja kama ndizo wako tuned pale. Nategea nikiwa Mambrui ni Francis Baya Yeri Oscar anasema asante, tunawapata live huku Marafa. Hussein Kadi kutoka Likoni hapa ujamaa niko 002 ni Toto la Kidigo. Mohamed Said akiwa Ferry pale. Chonyi Dau Generation pale. Shikobe Bamzendo. Alafu kuna na Tony Rono Eyewitness kutoka Bondet Soeset, anasema anatufuatilia kwa umakini kabisa.
Thank you so much for keeping it locked on Swahili Pot FM. Remember, you can also stream live on www.swahilipotfm.co.ke. Good morning, Honorable Tobias Samba. How are you doing?
I'm well, thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you so much for the warm welcome.
Karibu.
And the invitation.
Karibu.
Yeah.
Now, we want to look at, let's start with what happened over the weekend, where former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua appealed to the youthful, that is Gen Z, to register as voters in large numbers for the continuous voter registration exercise. He said that he lauded the young people for their recent civic engagement and called on them to take the next important step in registering to vote. That was yesterday. I was speaking in Kajiado. Also, last week we had former Chief Justice David Maraga, who also made a call to action, asked the young people to register as voters. What role? I'm going to start with the role that Gen Z play in elections, and if we're looking at 2027, what role do you think the young generation play in the 2027 election?
Okay, thank you so much. First of all, I don't. What's your name?
Miriam.
Miriam. Okay, Miriam.
Yes.
The politics of Gen Z.
Yeah.
So many people have hijacked the process. Each and every person wants to be identified with the Gen Z.
Yeah.
Gen Z first came into limelight when they were opposing the finance bill.
Yeah.
And their first demonstration was very genuine, because they had very genuine reason as to why they were demonstrating. And if I can just juggle your memory back a little bit,
yeah.
Before the Gen Zs, we had ODM team. They had protested a lot for so many things, good governance and finance bill, the and everything that they were demonstrating against or about. Now, in between, there came a group, just came from nowhere, and then they did that when Raila and the team had already retreated, because so many people were complaining that Nairobi business community came up and they were complaining about the stability of the business and the rest. So I was by then an ODM member, and still maybe I am or not, but we retreated.
Yeah.
So immediately we retreated. There came another generation that took over, and this generation, they took over, and they are claiming to be leaderless, tribeless, and the rest. And we saw the result. And even the president had to withdraw the finance bill. Immediately after that, there was a difference between the president and the then deputy president Rigathi. And then maybe suppose or passe Rigathi took the advantage and wanted to associate himself now with the Gen Zs.
Yeah.
And Gen Zs now, each and every person wants to identify themselves with the Gen Z, not ODM. The people that I don't see themselves trying to identify themselves with Gen Z are UDA, because maybe they are culprits. but Rigathi, Maraga, Matiangi, initially, Matiangi was the Gen Z's candidate.
Yeah.
In fact, Gen Zs are the ones who brought Matiangi from the hideout, because Matiangi had left. So Gen Zs had to call him from his hideout. When Jesus called Matiang'i from his hideout, they Matiang'i's reaction, they didn't expect Matiang'i's reaction because it wasn't what they expected. So now Gen Zs are shifting from Matiang'i to Maraga. Maraga has tried to hold on. That is why even in most of his meetings, you will just see him with this new generation. Now, back to your question, why is it important and the role that Gen Zs are going to play? Gen Zs are going to play a major role during 2027 general election only if they are going to make informed decision. I always say that Gen Zs, Kenyan politics, tribal plays a major role in Kenyan politics.
Yeah.
And there will come a time whereby even these Gen Zs, they will go back to their tribes. There come a times because immediately Honorable Raila and the President William Ruto came together and formed the broad-based. You saw even even the demonstrations. They reduced. They came down, and some parts of the country like Nyanza Coast, they were so much reluctant in joining the further demonstration that were called thereafter.
Yeah.
So you see, it played also a major role. The tribal politics is going to play a major role if the Gen Zs are also still going to reason the same way we are reasoning.
Okay.
Number two, it is easy to control the Gen Zs if you have money, because we saw even the last demonstration in Nairobi, when the Gen Zs were demonstrating, there were some of the youths who were sponsored to counter their demonstration. And who were they using? They were using the same Gen Zs. So with Gen Zs, they need someone of their age who can tell them and advise them the importance of first of all having registered as a voter, and second thing, casting that your vote properly without selling your voter's card.
Okay. You brought out a lot of things there, and I know we'll talk about voter registration. When you said earlier on the Gen Z pulled out Matiang'i, drew Matiang'i out, why was there a shift from Matiang'i now to Maraga?
Matiang'i doesn't appear like a politician. Matiang'i appears like a high school principal.
Okay.
But Maraga also, he doesn't appear like a politician.
Yeah.
But he's somehow he has received a warm reception through the Gen Zs, because you see he can face off the government. Matiang'i has never faced the government. Yeah, and he hasn't given his stand out. Yeah, and that is why you see even the opposition itself.
Yeah.
They have now isolated Matiang'i, because Matiang'i has now gone to Jubilee.
Yes.
Right? Now you see the shift. Now even the broad opposition, even they're also not at peace, or they don't trust Matiang'i. But Matiang'i, so that one made the Gen Zs to change their minds towards Matiang'i.
Okay, what do you think, Tobias, are the most important issues that Gen Z are facing at the moment, and how do you think candidates are aligning themselves to the Gen Z issues?
No one has the interest at heart. Yeah, most of the politicians just want to use them. Number one, you see, there's a coming recruitment, both for Kenya Police and KDF. I'm looking for a day when just a normal person, an ordinary person without connection, will go for a recruitment and come back home that having succeeded.
Yeah.
I'm looking for that day, because let me tell you, even the politicians, they get these opportunities, but whom do they give? They give their relatives or their friends. Just like example, I am an MP, and through the CDF, maybe I'm constructing a road or other classrooms or the rest. The person that I'm going to give the tender is either my brother, my friend, or a proxy company that is directly linked to me. You see?
Yeah.
So through that, we can't have fairness. And even you saw last time during, I don't know, during Ruto's first time, the first minister for education, you saw him dishing out teachers, I don't know, TSC letters in funeral burials. You see? So, and the law dictates that you apply,
Yeah.
and if you are qualified, you are shortlisted,
Yeah.
you go for an interview, and then you are employed. So what the politicians have turned Kenyans to be, what matters is what you don't know. What matters is whom you know, not what you know. So the moment we still have that mentality, even if you are going to elect Maraga, even if you are going to elect somebody else, even if you are going to elect who, that state will not change. It requires goodwill.
Yeah.
Even now, there's upcoming recruitment for KDF and police. You'll see people will be subjected into silly runnings. You run and you know very well that you are not going
To get it.
yes to get it. Now do you understand
I get
the concept?
Yeah.
So until that day, we'll see that whoever I know, like we normally say, these pastors who claim that they can perform miracle and then even Kiwete can walk, and they can't go to the hospital. Until the day they will go to the hospital, that is when we will believe in them. And even this, until the day your neighbor will go for a recruitment or will go for a job interview in KPA and he succeeds
Without connection.
that is the day things will change in Kenya.
Okay. You said nobody has Gen Z's interest at heart. Let us look at information in 2022 that says that youth voter registration and turnout showed signs of apathy and decline. So youth that is between 18 to 35 made about 40% of registered voters, but their share had dropped compared to 2017. The turnout was also lower. As we're gearing towards the 2027 general election, now one would say either the youth have actually lost confidence in the electoral system. How do we ensure, and even these candidates, how do we ensure that we have as many youths registering to vote? But it's not just a matter of voting. It's understanding that if I vote, then my vote would actually count. What's the disconnect?
It is two different things. Having registered as a voter and voting, and also making sure that your vote counts. Number one, do you know why youths don't vote?
Why?
Because they always wait for kitu kidogo. Yes, youths can wait from morning to evening. They'll be rushing from this person to another, going to this place to another, and at the end of it, they will not vote. So another thing, they will be voting as per what you give them. Because I can attest to that. I am a politician. I've vied twice, and I've seen. So until also the day when these youths will change their mentality, and until the day they will mean the business that we want to bring change. If they mean to bring change, they can bring change. If they manage to bring Ruto back to his senses, President Ruto back to his senses, and Ruto had to withdraw the finance bill, what else can't they do?
Yeah.
They can do anything. They can do everything, provided their mentality is sober towards that thing. You see, I always tell people that we always end up with bad leaders because we normally vote through emotions. You say, naenda kutoa nani? I'm going to vote him out. And then after voting him out, what next? You'll just go back to the same place you are last time. After 1 year, you'll start crying. Oh, I wish I knew. Oh, the blah blah blah. But we have good leaders. Yes, good people are around. Like for instance, who is this guy? Lumumba. Lumumba was once a chairman for anti-corruption.
Yeah.
100k limtoa anyway.
But even if you ask him how he left, he can't even tell you. Why? He's a good man. Why didn't Kenyans keep him?
Yeah.
Yes, Kenyans 100. Don't need people who are law-abiding citizens, and that is why you will be a good person. They know very well that you stay together, you've been together, you grew up together, he understand your history very well. But when it comes to leadership, he will tell you, no, where's pata? Why?
Wewe una nini?
Yes, they would rather vote for someone they don't know, but provided that person had brought them jikos and ungas and the rest. And then after that, I always tell them, if someone can give you unga every day, vote for that person.
Yeah.
But if someone
But
can
not
just
one
give you, yes, not one time.
Yeah.
Yes, if that person can give you even, leave alone even a day, even twice a week, vote for that person. I see. But what do they, even politicians have mastered the art of juggling around with their mind.
Yeah.
Yes. Like there's this issue of forming, starting a foundation. Most of the politicians come to politics through foundation. And then this foundation, before they actually became the Waishimiwas, those foundations are very active. Immediately we became Waishimiwas, those foundation disappears.
Yako ilikufa.
And now, no, mine is still there. I registered mine before I even joined politics. That was 2006, 2005. And I came to join politics in 2017. And even Chuda people are the ones who demanded that I should run, not even me.
Because of your foundation?
Yes, because of what I had done. Not even foundation had done, because I had a soccer academy, I had arts and arts and
soccer academy yako bado iko?
Yes, my soccer academy is still there. Samba soccer academy is still there. Yes, I had even the team that was just dealing with the slums and the rest. I did a lot, and I'm still doing it to date. So in fact, my foundation is one of the oldest and genuine foundation in Mombasa. Very true. They can tell you. My foundation brought up civilizer.
I know that.
Yes,
I know.
It nurtured so many youth, so many people.
So, kabla tuende kwenye maswali mengine, kuna swali kuhusiana na swala la kura. 2022 voter registration ilikuwa na 21 million point something. 22.1. But 12 ndo walipiga kura. 10 walidecide hawatapiga kura. Saizi Miriam atakuja kutupatia hiyo data yenye itakuja. I think wanalenga 5.6 ili wafike 227 hapo million. But shida iko wapi? Tunakuwa na wapiga kura wengi kwenye register, and then tukifika ile siku ya uchaguzi ina shrink. Watu hawajitokezi kupiga kura as much as tuna focus kuwashawishi vijana wajisajili. Why? Wewe ulisimama 2017 na hata 2022.
So many things zinachangia. So many things. Voter apathy. Like for instance, we normally get it wrong towards nominations. And most of the parties, I don't know why, and I don't know why they come up with nominations if they cannot adhere to the rules of the nomination. Nomination is that you campaign, you go for a competitive process, and the best person wins.
True.
But it won't happen like that. Like for instance, in Mombasa, I'll just give you example from with where I am. In Mombasa, I was running on an ODM ticket. We were subjected to a very thorough nomination. And I won with the margin of 20 votes.
20.
Yeah, number 2, I won. The difference was 20 votes. Now, when it came to MPs, they did not go for nomination. They didn't go for nomination. And through the process, in between, we campaign. There are those who declare their interest that they're vying for MP position. They campaign. All the people campaign. And they spend their resources, their time and everything, energy and everything. And then at long last, you are told that, no, we are not going to have a nomination in those seats. We are going to give direct tickets. Why? Why?
Tobias, tumekupa certificate, chukua.
Yes, why? Why you do give someone a ticket where it's supposed to be a competition? Why? So if my supporters feel that, okay, if they've decided to give Samba a direct ticket, then there's no need for us to even vote. So it starts from there. I'll say I will not vote. So and then because my candidate was Miriam. Okay, Miriam would have lost. It's okay. It's normal. But you didn't subject them to that process. So how am I even sure that should have lost? But they don't give a neutral ground. The same to governorship. Governorship, you saw Shabal and Abdul Swamad and Sarai, and you also and
The other one.
Sonko and the team of Mbogo. What happened? Those people subjected Sonko to a court process every day.
Yeah.
In fact, Sonko was attending court seasons twice a week, and you are supposed to be on the ground campaigning. And then Shabal was convinced to drop his ambition in favor of Abdul Samad. And that is when apathy started from in Mombasa. Shabal's team felt that then there's no need, because there were others who were supporting Shabal because they didn't want this other team. So we didn't want this other team. You are taking us back to that team. Then there's no need of voting. So that is what contributes majorly for voter apathy. Then after that, even still, there are some who are going to use money. And during election day, the D-Day, there are others who are just hovering around with dishing out money. So this also contribute. Someone will not vote at earlier stage because he'll just go around going to Miriam, Samba, the other guy. Because if you vote, you either have a mark. So if you have a mark, no one can give you money. So you have to show your fingers that they are unmarked. So through that, you will just go around, and then at the end of it, the voting is over, time is out.
On that, Tobias, and it's sad that happens. Because then if I'm already giving out a ticket, that I've given you certainty that you're going to get this role, how do I then ensure that now you keep your end of the bargain when it comes to now the citizenship, right? So I've given it to you without you fighting for it. Now when it comes to the people you represent, how certain am I that you're even going to do the work that you're supposed to?
That's why they're not performing. That's why they're not performing. Yes, it's as simple as such. Because he even knows that even next time they'll be given. Even now, I declared that I'll be going for MP position Vita through ODM. But you will see, they will not subject us to that process. Yes, they will tell us, just live for this person, blah blah. See. Now they're killing the ambition of the young upcoming politicians, and also they are also interfering with the performance index. Yeah, because I can't perform. If I was given, I can't perform because I still know that I'll be given. Until the day Wananchi will, number one, they will know the importance of voting. Number one. Number two, they will know the kind of person they're supposed to vote for.
But Tobias, if I'm a citizen, based on what you're saying, and I know Tobias has gotten a direct ticket, right?
Yes.
And yes, Wananchi wameenda, they've gone and they've voted for Salim. But then through the party lines, Tobias wins. What does that even mean?
It is self-explanatory.
Like what does it even mean? Because then why vote?
Huh?
Yes, that is why.
Because then we go back to the question
It is your right.
No, yes, I want to
As a
exercise
vote.
my right. But then why vote if my vote won't count?
During the nomination, party primaries, you see, the whole mess starts up with the party primaries. If we cannot get it right at party primaries, we can't get it right at the general election. We can't get it right.
Why are you so sure kwamba if tukimess kwa party primaries tuna mess mpaka kwa uchaguzi mkuu? Because I've seen people wenye wanaenda independent. For example, I think Muhammad Ali ilikuwa skewed and then alienda independent na akatoboa.
Did he go for independence twice?
No, he
People
didn't.
just yes. If the few lucky ones who penetrate through independent, You just go once. You can't go twice through independent because the focus now will be on you. You see, all those candidates who are vying through independent, no one takes them serious until they make it. That's when you'll start seeing that, okay, this person made it through independent, but they can't go twice with through independent ticket. That is why he had to come and join UDA. Tell me a person who has gone for independent twice. If still people loved him, they can still vote for him as an independent candidate twice. So the moment ni kama you are in a team, but no one knows how you play, but you are a little striker. So during the first times you play, you score, you make the earliest score. Then after that you'll be marked. So you will not score again because they would have marked you. The few who penetrate through independent, they can't repeat twice. Now the focus, even Jichopevu, and Jichopevu is also a smart guy, because in politics you also need to be a smart guy. Jichopevu, he knows how he plays his cards. Even in UDA, if you would be a stupid man, you would be out by now. And I have come to realize most of those people who win, they steal votes. A few get genuine votes.
Hayo ni maneno ya Tobias Samba.
a few get genuine votes. I'm telling you the truth. If you be like me, I swear before God and man, I've never stole any election. I've never. Even for the 2017, I didn't. Nomination in the general election. Even in this 2022, I didn't even steal election. And I had a very tough competition. And it is only in Tudor ward in Mombasa where there was fracas twice. At 10 a.m. to 1. And then again at 2 to 4. Yeah. When Sonko and the team came. So in my ward, in my stronghold, majority of my voters didn't vote. But that was their plan, game plan. That is also game plan. So I was beaten in that. And that is why I'm telling you, most of these people whom you see in the parade, the genuine people who are in these assemblies, in this position, they are not genuine. Okay. The real genuine people are outside.
Let me ask
crying.
Crying.
Can the youth shift election outcomes?
Very much.
How?
They can shift election if they know why they are voting. And this is now the third time I'm repeating this statement. If they know why they need to vote genuine people, if they know the reason why they need to vote, if they know the value of those votes, I'm telling you, we can even have a president who is a youth.
Okay. What ni kitu gani ambacho kifanywe ki drive hiyo anga yenye tuliona? Wacha nitole mfano ya 2024 last year,
the finance bill.
The finance bill.
Yeah.
Because that one was genuine until ilikuwa infiltrated. Sawa. Until ilikuwa hiyo word ya Miriam ametumia. Yes, ilikuwa genuine. So ni kitu gani ambacho kwamba kitafanywa ili kupata hiyo anga towards the next general election, ili wawe sober venye wewe unasema?
Can someone change a character? Can someone change your character? It is upon you to change.
I have to choose to change that. Yeah.
It is upon them, because there's nothing. We don't have a college where we take ignorant people to go and study. It is upon them. And until the day they will realize that these people are messing up with their lives, that urge and the drive and the anger, that is what will trigger. No one can even no one can make that trigger to come out. So until the day they will just sit down, the same way the same way when they came up with the demonstration to bring down the finance bill, who incited them? We don't know till today, right? Yeah, but it came out very powerful. and it sent very big message across the continent and across the world. And the world all over, the best examples were given by Kenyan Gen Zs. True or false?
True.
Yeah.
So we are the mass
So we
of
need that.
prayers.
Yes, we need that urge.
Turudi kwa Mungu.
No, from
Wow.
them themselves.
Tuombe Mungu wapate hiyo.
No, it can still come back.
It can. I
Yeah.
believe it can, actually.
Yes, can still come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, and these things they do happen through the occurrence of events. Events trigger this and the later one and the other one. You see, like for now, we want to see how many people are going to be recruited in KDF and Kenya Police, and through which means. If the Gen Zs are serious, they can have it fair. Because we have seen, if they are so much determined, they always have it on their way. But if they are so much reluctant, zitaenda to each and every these politicians and these big people in the government just dish them out. Like even maybe as we are speaking, it is being dished out already.
It's being done.
It has been already.
We are speaking to Honorable Tobias Samba. He is a former MCA Tudor ward, and right now we are moving on to the next conversation.
Yes. Tobias Samba. Juzi hapa weekend. Rais Uhuru Kenyatta back at the wheel, alirudi kwenye tuseme siasa, akaongoza NDC ya chama cha Jubilee, but hata hayo ya kuongoza hiyo NDC sio, lakini alicriticize direct government on the part of health, na akasema waliondoa Linda Mama, ambayo kimtazamo wake na nafikiri mtazamo wa wengi kina mama na jamii ilikuwa inawaka. Akasema wameleta kitu ambacho wanafanyia experience ambayo kivyake yeye haiwaka. Na sehemu kubwa ya watu ambao wewe unasema UDA, Samson Cherargei alisema akiendelea kuongea venye anaongea watamuondolea ile inaitwa nini? Pension, right? Retirement package. Ili awache kupiga kelele, kwa sababu hiyo ndio inampa kifua apige kelele. What's your take?
Hii serikali ya Ruto ndio serikali yenye haina nguvu. Kila mtu anapayuka tu. Huyu anaongea hivi, huyu anaongea hivi. Kila mtu akifeel anafaa kuongea anaongea tu. But Ruto, President Ruto and Uhuru, I hope they are friends. They are friends because last time I saw them together holding hands and going around State House. So if any of them is bad, that was the right time to tell or to correct each other.
Yeah.
But they're the ones who are subjecting us to this kind of environment. Politics 24/7. Politics 24/7. Ruto was with Uhuru when the NHIF was there. So I don't know why Ruto did away with the NHIF and brought in SHA. I don't know. I think all these people, each and every person who comes in the government, I think they want to create a loophole for them to eat. Because and at the same time, not unless you've experienced it yourself. Maybe you've tried SHA, I don't know, or maybe you have tried NHIF, I don't know. But those who are pro-government are praising SHA. Those who are anti-government, who have never even gone to the hospital to try and test, they are also wanakashifu nini? SHA.
Yeah, they're saying it's not working.
Yeah. So it is only convenient to you when you are in the government. So SHA imebeba package kubwa. It has a lot of package, by the way. It caters for family and also these other ailments. While Linda Mama was categorical for wakina mama. Right? NHIF used to cater for only bed. Alafu hii ingine inakata for kila kitu. So not unless someone goes by himself and experience, because mimi sijatumia SHA, mimi sijaitumia NHIF. If I am sick, I pay cash.
Why?
I pay cash because I can afford cash.
Kwa nini wewe ni Mkenya na ukaamua kwamba utalipa cash na kuna bima ya afya?
First I
Ya
had
2.7.
first I had a medical cover. And then
I know.
Yes, and then I left my medical cover. I had my medical cover even before I came an MCA. So I abolished it, then I resorted to paying cash because I can spend even 2 years without even being sick.
You don't have a family?
I have them. They also rarely become sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. you can't you can't wish for my family to become sick. Yeah.
Let's just say you've decided that you're going to use
Watch your
cash
car.
or you're going to use another medical cover.
Yes.
But now, Tobias, let's look at Mombasa County Government. We've been in again 3 years. 3 years since Governor Abdul Somad took leadership. What do you think about the state of Mombasa right now? Do you feel like the county government is where it's supposed to be? Are things happening the way they should be happening?
The best thing with the government of Abdul Samad nowadays, the employees don't complain about the salary delay. I heard that he pays them on 25th, unlike the previous government where you would go even for 2 to 3 months without pay. That is where I think he has scored. Second thing, as performance, he has also tried to give out through his influence, maybe support, to give out the title deeds, but the state of the county is so pathetic. Yeah, in terms of cleanliness, and I can just give examples. And if you are my follower, I always post them on the on my social media, on Facebook and the rest. Like if you go to Mwembe, this stage, Mikindani stage, yeah, that place is ever filthy. And yes, and it is within the CBD. And then behind the supermarket, Naivas, using that route also. Yes, there is a yes, there is a sewage that has been leaking. But I passed there yesterday because I always pass after I post. I see whether it has been rectified. And you will see the situation is so pathetic. And there are these women selling foodstuffs there. It is
Veggies.
Yes, it is not fair at all. The bad thing or the worst thing, I don't know whether they have the people who are going around all over to make sure that things work out. If you go also the old budget supermarket also, there've been a leakage there that bursts whenever it feels like it's supposed to burst. You see, and that one notwithstanding, there are so many roads within the county that are in bad condition, bad shape. So I think he needs to do more. But as per the scorecard, I can give him 45%. He's almost at 50, but he needs to do a lot. On the issues of bursaries, he has been giving out bursaries, but that one he has been doing it even when he was an MP. He based so much on education, but education should have also value.
Yeah.
There are most of the schools that they have inadequate staffs and inadequate infrastructure. Yeah, I think they need to do a lot. Whatever is happening, we did not expect. I personally, I did not expect it because I was in his team, and I had got all the 10 key pillars for his manifesto, and he promised to give MCAs what do we call it, War Development Fund. Until today, they've never been given. It's only that war between the county assembly and the county executive. That is not fair for us as citizens. We want work to be done.
Kuna bill ilipitishwa ya 30% kwa kila ward ipate development ya 30% kutoka kwa executive. Wa MCA walikuja na I think Mheshimiwa Patrick Mbele kutoka Bamburi alikuja nayo na imepitishwa na bunge, imesainiwa. Will that help?
That one itself is unconstitutional. There's the disbursement or the 30% that maybe governor can give to the MCAs, or as per the words, it's just a goodwill from the governor. You are working relationship, because I think if you are privy to all this information, that bill was sponsored in the Senate, but it hasn't yet been approved by the Senate. And the MPs also do not want that bill to sail through, because I think for the reason best known to them, and but we can guess why. Because if the MCAs are empowered, the people who are supposed to be empowered are the MCAs, by the way. If the MCAs are empowered, I don't think whether the MPs will have room to campaign. So that bill will just be kicked left, right, and center until when we'll have a president who will have a goodwill, and the Senate and the National Assembly that will have a goodwill, so that they may empower these MCAs. MCAs pass through a lot, by the way. They pass through a lot to an extent. When I was an MCA, I could even lack fare of taking me from my place to county assembly. I swear. Because the little that you have, you share with so many people. And sometimes people comes to you with genuine concerns. So you cannot ignore them. So the best people to be empowered are the MCs, not even the MPs.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you so much for making time today. What's your part in short?
My parting shot, I'll also be vying for Mvita MP 2027. So Mvita residents, here is the best candidate for you. Yes, I served for 5 years without even a scandal. And still I can serve without a scandal. So 2027, have it in mind that Tobias Samba can make a good representative for Mvita constituency.
Definitely. We will get you here to talk about your plans for Mvita constituency
Plus
as well.
Plus the nominations.
Of course, we will. Thank you, Tobias, for